Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to this ever-present and ever-expanding now moment, a moment where we meet each other simultaneously within time and outside of time, within our physical expression and simultaneously in our cosmic expression, where those with the original codes of creation gather so that that which is seeking to flow through given expression to and ground through us do so in a way that is in the most perfect moment, the most perfect sequence, and the most perfect ways in which that which is not only shifting in our collective consciousness, but also that as a whole cosmos and each one of us individually can be experienced in all the different ways. And I am welcoming the physical presence of Chanel, where we, it seems like, have been synchronized to meet each other on the different sides of the cosmic womb. It feels, my whole body just lit up when I said that. It feels like something that wants to move through is something that is going to move through the cosmic womb and into a grounding of the whole body of Gaia Sophia as we are simultaneously not only here in our physical expression, but we are also surrounded by all others that is already physically present in our one cosmic home, and all those that is still on their ways in different phases, stages of their flow, synchronizations, harmonizations, and coherence towards the central resonance and the resonant field of the cosmos towards this expression. And so welcome, 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 Chanel. I
Thank
know
you.
when the two of us come together, there's something significant that is shifting, and it feels like something architecturally. And I'm also hearing it's something to do about the archetypes, and that we are restoring the original archetypes of the intention of creation. And there goes my whole body again. That just flowed through. And what I do know is I received this vision a few hours ago. And what that was is I saw in the center of each one of the cells of the cosmos.
Mm.
And I saw this light strand that is moving throughout the whole cosmos, throughout the whole cosmic heart field, into and through the heart of humanity. And it's weaving back throughout the whole cosmos. And I've kept on seeing that. And I just wanted to start off by sharing that because it feels like that is going to be the central and most centeredness of centering ourselves in this now moment. But just
Mm.
wanting to give you a moment to breathe that through.
Yeah. Yeah, that's big.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh,
Whew. Yeah, it's feeling like there's a lot that wants to be grounded within Earth's energetic architecture in this space today.
yeah.
And that's the starting point, of course.
Yeah. So as we move to the center of the most centralized place in the center of our hearts, we can all ever so gently and gracefully close our eyes and move our gaze inwards. And as we start sensing ourselves in the center of the center of the center of our hearts, our physical hearts, our energetic hearts, our cosmic hearts, it feels like there's a orientation orientating ourselves towards the very presence and gnosis of our cosmic bodies. And therefore, as we remain in the center of our hearts, I invite you to shift your awareness just around the center of your heart. And what you will experience there is this resonant field. It almost feels magnetic in nature, but simultaneously also a little bit electric in expression. And just start feeling the pulse. And as you do, just move your awareness to all the cells, to the front of your body, through all the levels and layers of your cells, to the backs of your bodies, simultaneously to the left side, the right side, up into your head, and down into your toes. And start orientating yourself by seeing yourself standing in the center of each one of these 74 trillion cells. And as you do, see yourself turning around in each one of your cells, viewing forward, sideways, backward, to the other side, getting a view towards the top, towards the bottom, and realize that in this moment you are standing in the center of each one of your 74 trillion cells, centralizing yourselves there in full awareness that you are in your whole heart field within your body, and get a sense of the movement of yourselves in each one of those cells. And as you stand in this awareness and keep your awareness in this expanded place, return again your awareness to the center of your heart and be a witness to yourself in the center of each one of your cells. And as you do, as you stand in the center of your heart, become aware of the center of Gaia Sophia, the very crystalline crystal heart essence in the center of our planetary body. And orientate your physical body in relation and relationship to Gaia Sophia's physical body. And sense your awareness to the front, to the back, to the sides, above and below. And realize and remember your orientation towards the North Pole, the South Pole, as you stand in the center, the equatorial line, and all the different 7 different continents, and your body in relationship to that. The Northern Pole, the Southern Pole, and simultaneously become aware of all 4 seasons within and through her body: winter, autumn, summer, and spring, all simultaneously in this moment. And as you hold your awareness there, return your awareness back to the center of your heart. And as you sense around your heart, become aware of your solar system, your solar plexus, your sacral energy, your rooted energy, Venus, Mars, Sun, the Moon, Uranus, Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn. And notice yourself in the center, in the crystalline essence of each one of these celestial bodies around Gaia. And sense the Milky Way galaxy and all other galaxies in a remembrance of all the different lives that you lived. Atlantis, Lemuria, all the different ages, the 7 epochs. And as you move through all the different galaxies, expand out to the universes, the multiverses. Just orientate your body in relation to all of these as your one cosmic body, still within the body of your physical expression. And as you continue to move your awareness out, just touch into the cosmic body, the one cosmic home. And your orientation as you experience your physical expression and simultaneously all bodies of your being, your mental bodies, your emotional bodies, your physical bodies, your spiritual bodies, all bodies of beings in each one of these expressions in the cosmos. And just orientate yourself. And in this most expanded cosmic expression of your being, into the source field, the one cosmic TriniTised heart field of all of creation, creator, creatrix, creation expressed as one cosmos in all its expressions. Just breathe that in and through. Know yourself as the cosmic being of light, of love, the source of all sources that flows through each one of us individually, through all bodies of all beings, through all dimensional realities simultaneously, across the cosmos. One cosmic breath, one cosmic home, all here, in this moment, in the center of each one of these expressions. And just become aware of the fluidity, the oceanic expression. Become aware of the living light. Become aware of the breath. And become aware of all the different ages, stages, and phases of development, of evolution, where all expressions and all subatomic architectural realities that was birthed in one moment, in this moment, fully expressed, fully experienced, fully known in the wisdom that is within each one of our cells, within each one of our bodies, within each one of our fields, across all dimensional realities. And as we continue to breathe in and through, moving our awareness ever so gently and gracefully from our most expanded one cosmic body. Breathe back into and through all universes, all galaxies, Milky Way galaxies, solar system, into the heart of Gaia Sophia, into the heart of your physical body, and into the one cosmic heart, weaving and breathing as one. As you ever so gently bring your awareness again to the center of your heart, and ever so gently start opening your eyes, and just move your hands and your feet, your shoulders, your head and your neck, in the full remembrance of your presence here now in physical form. Ooh.
Mm.
Cool.
Wow, that was beautiful.
It feels like this whole cosmic codex
Yeah.
was just expanded out into and is remaining there as one field in all
Yeah.
those. Mm.
Yeah. And as you were taking us through that journey, there's something about the solar plexus, and the solar plexus really stood out to me today. And I know that it's also been something that you and I both personally have been interacting with, and it feels like there's something that needs to happen within the solar plexus of Gaia, in order to help some of this architecture to ground,
Yeah.
and be accessible to us here on the physical plane.
Oh. And immediately I hear solar system. It is the interaction and interweaving between the solar system and her solar plexus that is seeking to be woven into greater alignment and coherence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's interesting because a lot of the work that's been done with Gaia's womb that we know we've been focused on, that was that sequentially needed to happen first before the alignment of Earth's solar plexus can actually take place, which feels like that needs to be the focus
Yes,
today.
yes. And what I'm also hearing and
Mm.
sensing is as the grounding of the I'm hearing solar and lunar and earthly discs. So it's this 33 solar discs, 33 lunar discs, and 33 earthly discs, each one stargates of her expression, was grounded just beneath and behind and through her womb a few weeks ago. And it feels like it feels like that weaving and coherent TriniTised presence is searching to be synced, synchronized through the womb and into the solar plexus. So that
Mm.
that architecture that was rooted, that was also given expression to through the womb, wants to be expressed through the solar plexus as well. Yeah, and therefore the solar plexus and the solar discs, the womb with the moon discs and the root with the earth discs are harmonizing,
Mhm.
synchronizing, and starting to this urge wants to. It feels like this flow is just so naturally wanting to move through right now. It feels like this is what needs to occur. And it's this trinitized expression with the awareness that it is indeed the creator, creatrix, creation codes that's wanting to move through and be given expression to. It feels like it wants to be given expression to as a means of the resonance of the vibrational frequencies of each one of those individual expressions to also ground into the architecture that is there to be grounded into.
Wow. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, and as you're speaking, you can actually feel that flow that's running up through our bodies.
Mm.
Sataina turua sakataina ratu sukunukua e tutututututu sukuara e sutututu sunukua e. Ua taia sukunukuara e atu sukutututututu satayera e la e a sukua tainara ia kua. Oh. Mm.
The expression that wants to move through is only in this new now moment, the sovereignty, the purity, the integrity, and the innocence of the different original codes has moved into a place for it to be actually woven into physical expression through Gaia. And through doing so, it allows for each individual expression, both simultaneously from a crystal, mineral, elemental, animal, plant, and human perspectives, allows the codings to be given not only expression to, but the remembrance of that in the very DNA architecture of the crystalline light bodies of each one of those bodies. And therefore, the solar, lunar, and physical codings that has only now been, what's the word? Not become available, become aware of their presence and the original architecture thereof is ready to be given expression to.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Because I keep
Mm.
on hearing this is not only for humanity, it is the original codes of all aspects and expressions through the body of Gaia. So, and what I'm hearing in the moment is when we go back to all different epochs that has ever occurred. So there's 7 epochs that all of creation has moved through. That is what Gaia has moved through. And through doing so,
Mm.
it allowed the place and space for all the different cosmic codes that was still weaving through into her body through all those
Mm.
epochs has allowed for the sovereignty and the purity of those codes to be fully grounded, fully grounded.
Yeah.
Now as a place and space for the true earth architecture to ground into. Yeah.
Yeah. And it feels like, as consciousness has been making its way deeper into incarnation, because essentially that's what we're doing. And as it grounds more deeply into incarnation throughout the physicality of the human,
Mm,
these three aspects of Gaia's body and the mirror reflection being within our bodies as well is what's going to help these original codes of creation actually be grounded and accessed while in our physical expression.
exactly. Which was never ever in any of the 7
Mm.
epochs, even a potentiality, because the whole expression of the cosmos had to move through all those different epochs to come to, for my whole body is just lit up right now, just to come to
Yeah.
this very specific moment in the evolution of the cosmos and the evolution of Gaia.
Yeah, and it feels like we're at this point where these codes, we've been learning how not to dissociate because these bottom centers is what keeps us grounded. And we've been in this like weird kind of limbo of like accessing dissociating, accessing fragmenting. And now what we're learning to do is actually be able to hold this while in physical incarnation without fragmenting, without dissociating, without looping, which is what we've been doing. And this is the moment that we're in right now.
Exactly. And where all other star seeds on different star systems remember and realize that they do not have to go to any other star system to experience themselves as cosmic beings, that it is at long last time and the safety to do so. to experience ourselves as cosmic beings, as crystalline and Christed beings in form through the
Yeah.
very codex. Our individual codexes is syncing up to the cosmic codexes. Oh, seeing that. Sure, I just felt that. Our individual cosmic codexes is syncing up into the cosmic codex of creation, and is doing so for all minerals, for all elemental properties, for all plants, for all animals, and for all of humanity, as
Mm.
humanity is indeed the Christed expression that is allowing for those codes to be grounded through the bodies of our beings to create the place and space where all of creation can feel safe, not only humanity, but also all plants, animals, minerals, crystals, and elemental properties.
Mm.
Yeah.
As you're speaking that, there's this image of the architecture of the cosmos from the point of Gaia, and as it's moving literally from the solar plexus area, and it's sending out these streams of light across this crystalline web of the cosmos, as you were talking and saying that.
What I'm hearing is, and I've been hearing this the whole week, it's the rainbow body that we've grounded, the pastel emanations is this pastel prismatic presence of each one of us. Phew, and I just see this prism that's opening in
Mm.
the heart of humanity, but it's opening simultaneously as this and as this. So it's essentially this and this in one. So it's becoming this structure. It's the
The
original
Merkaba.
cosmic structure of light body architecture that is allowing for the movement of light and the pastel reflections of our crystalline chromosomes to come into expression. And as it does in the center of the solar, it is taking all the solar pathways from this side, the lunar pathways and the physical pathways as three expressions to be grounded and to start synchronizing and harmonizing with that architecture within Gaia, which is a reflection out into the cosmos, which the cosmos is a reflection into the heart and the center of the original cells of Gaia's body. Is what I'm hearing.
Mm.
So the original cells of Gaia's body and the individual expressions in physical forms, original cells are syncing up.
Yeah.
They're coming into coherence.
Yeah.
And then this can start occurring.
Mm.
Ooh, so it already has through the activation of the root and through the cosmic womb, but now through the solar expression, the receiving of our crystalline expressions is ready for to be activated into its fullness so that it can be fully grounded through the planetary body and therefore an opportunity for each physical expression as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
And what is beautiful is as we see this almost so if you take it from this view, the center of the planetary body, if you take a straight line down to its root, that rooted place is where the original cells are rooted. And that's where the solar, lunar, and physical weaving is starting. It's grounding there. That's where the original cells are. And as it's
Mm.
grounding there, I'm just seeing this grounding like this.
Yeah.
And as that reflects up to us, we are grounding into that in physical form.
Yeah.
All of us, animals, plants, minerals, crystals, all is going into that so that all can sync and synchronize. Because the one
Mm.
thing I kept on hearing this week also was self, soul, and source synthesis. So those three, again, trinitized presence essences is so self in connection to the source of our physical expression and the source of all of creation through our soul's
Mm.
remembrance.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Mm.
And it's interesting that you use the word synthesis, because synthesis is exactly this. It's that word is what describes this movement that we've been talking about.
Oh, oh,
Hmm.
oh.
And it's interesting that this is happening now, because what feels like it's is also happening in relationship to this is our relationship to and understanding of and harnessing of power, uh, life force power, particularly. And it's interesting that this is happening while on the world stage there is a very visible and tangible demonstration of the misuse of power. Um, and it feels like this is as there's been a lot of clearing that's been happening within Gaia's solar plexus,
Yeah,
and we've been, you particularly have been feeling that in your body, and I've also been going through my own. And then on the world stage, we're seeing this very visible demonstration that's happening, and it feels like this is the remnants of these old fragments, loops, patterns of distortion around how we relate to power. We're seeing it play out, and everything that is now synthesizing, as we've been talking about, is bringing back into harmony and right relationship with the idea of power and what that means for humanity, for the cosmos as a whole.
yeah. And the source of all power,
Yeah.
connecting back to the source of all power, and power not in the definitions and construct that was formed in either vocabulary or physical structures. Even if you think of power as electricity, etc. So it's returning back to remembrance of the source of all power, the source of all sources of power in all its expressions. So all energy
Yeah.
that is moving, and the
Yeah.
source of all of that, the very creator creatrix as the source that has seeded the source of all of that in Gaia.
Yeah.
And therefore all those expressions that wanted to, use power in different ways, and all of that now collapsing, is as all is remembering the source of all power. And
Yeah.
that the power is the original creation energy, and the grace of that, the love of that, the
Love. Yeah.
innocence, the innocence of that, the purity of that, the pristine expression of that, the original intention of that, to experience ourselves as organic light beings.
Mm.
Mm.
And as creators, with this creation energy that we can harness, and that coming back into harmony with the original design of the cosmos and of Earth, particularly. I mean, wow.
And that very life-giving
Mm,
energy,
mm,
light-giving energy, primordial
mm,
essence
mm.
of all energy, and the possibilities of all colors and all sounds and all expressions and all dimensions and all forms and all geometries, all in that liquid essence, the original living light, expressed as love, expressed as the cosmos,
Mm,
the source of all power, of all light and all love, grounding that here, connecting back to the source, the original source of all light, all life, and all love, and grounding that in the center of all of creation, in all expressions. Oh, it feels like, it literally feels like liquid grace, and love.
Yeah. Ooh. As you're speaking, the entire architecture around Earth's solar plexus is literally shifting and clicking
Yeah,
like this.
I see that. Moving into
Yeah,
the original nodes. I wanted to say,
exactly.
but it's nodes, into the original nodes, the original architectural design. Oh,
Mm. And old looping patterns that have existed around Earth's architecture are now kind of they're dissolving as these nodes click back into place.
oh, they simultaneously cool waves and waves and waves of cosmic light that's able to move through, but simultaneously I'm seeing all this old structure just brrr.
Yeah.
It's just moving away like this. It's like it doesn't even know how to
Yeah.
connect to purity. It doesn't know how to connect to purity because it's not pure, and therefore it can't be in coherence and balance and harmony because it's not pure. And everything that's not
Mm.
pure is just moving out.
Yeah. Yeah, these loops are dissolving.
Yeah. Ooh.
And each node within the energetic architecture is almost like a holographic crystal, one piece containing the whole.
Hmm. Remembrance. There's a remembrance occurring. Oh, the nodes are remembering the original remembrance of why they were created as they are moving back into the original position in architecture. Oh,
Ooh, yeah, like being reconnected, like coming back online, being able to access their original flow of light. Ooh, and in doing so, being able to communicate to other aspects of Earth's wider energetic architecture so that they're not operating in isolation.
exactly. Mm. Hmm.
Ooh.
Do you feel? I feel this fluidity starting to become present.
Yeah,
Doesn't
like a lightness.
no, it doesn't feel structural. It feels like
Mm-mm.
a fluidity in the movement of Gaia's body, what I'm feeling. Um, and the nodes doesn't feel like structures. It just feels like there's it's almost like a water particle that is just
Mm.
its original in its back in its original remembrance, expression, and form.
It's like breathing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And each one of them remembering their neighbor, the one around, and then connecting to the whole. I just see this movements. And it's almost like when you go to a chiropractor and something is out of line, as soon as it's moved just back into it, then everything can start flowing. The fluidity of the
The cerebrospinal fluid.
exactly that is flowing, but it's flowing with the solar lunar physical trinitized like this,
Hmm.
but it's still
Hmm.
coming into remembrance. It's starting it wants to feel this, but it's feeling this now. It's like this node's becoming alive again. So hearing
Mm.
something about nervous system through the nodes. The nodes in the nervous systems are syncing.
Like they're learning how to communicate again.
Yes.
Like the synapses are learning, yeah.
And therefore, if we stay in the ever present now moment and allow the cosmic presence of our being to flow through Gaia, so it flows through her, then it flows through us. That can only occur when we in harmony, alignment, and balance, and in our present physical expression, and not moving away to other galaxies or universes with the full knowing as soon as we do, those nodes are shifting again. So it feels like as this architecture is remembering its original, I don't know what, structural
Structure.
presence,
Yeah.
that will allow to stay here so that we don't have to run out again. but actually
Yeah.
stay here, because there's a
Oh, yeah.
knowing that if we run out, we're not in our fullness, our wholeness, and our organic original expression. Ooh.
This is incredible. It's like the most physical and the most dense that we're able to hold this entire architecture.
Yes.
Where, we no longer need to dissociate or escape the body or, move into these higher realms in order to access this gnosis. We're able to actually retain it and hold it while in the most physical form.
Yeah. And not
Yeah.
that there was anything right or wrong with moving out into other galactic expressions and experiences, or to other ages and stages of the evolution of Gaia and
Mm.
ourselves as souls. It is just, it is now the moment to know the experience of the whole one cosmic body of our beingness in our physical form. The time has come to experience that. And therefore, there needn't be even an urge to go back to other galactic expressions, because we know that the wisdom that was present in each one of those is here with us. Of course, we know we all of that in our expanded expression, but the expansion only need to be out into this physical body. It doesn't
Yeah.
need to be leaving out there, knowing that the source of it all, as our soul and our self and our source connection and
Yeah.
connectedness, is harmonizing within us as that expression, with the remembrance that it was never out there. It was always within here, but the remembrance is now fully. The remembrance is now fully.
And this remembrance alone is a clicking in. It's like I see like dominoes, like it's like a clicking in, and simultaneously I also see the vision of like a key. So as soon as we're able to click this into place, this is the next step in the evolution of the entire web of the cosmos. And as this key clicks into place, all the other incarnation star systems, galaxies, it expands outward. So they are able to evolve and expand beyond the capacity to which they've been perhaps uh, being in, if that makes sense.
Exactly. Exactly. And so that makes sense. I've been hearing this morning the whole time. Everybody is their own key.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So those keys that people were searching for, to remember, we are the keys.
Mm.
So each one of us in our place and space of our expression is the key for all of those specific. If all the keys are turned, so to speak, everybody come into their full remembrance, and through doing so, the whole one cosmic body is fully here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's almost the is the key.
Yeah.
And as the key is unlocked, and remembering that we are unlocking our own keys in conversation, in sovereign reflection, that
Yeah.
remembrance that is there allows for, it's like you open the, you turn the key to enter the house, and then you remember, but I am the whole house now, I am the key.
I am
And
the
as you
door.
do, it just all opens into, okay, I'm home. I'm in my
Yeah.
home, which is my body. I'm in my
Yeah.
home, which is Gaia. I'm in my home, which is the cosmos. And all of that is one place in space.
Yeah.
Mm,
And really just giving expression to, the importance. And a lot of people that come into my field, they feel like there's just something big that they have to do and they're here for a purpose and they're driven by this. But this is the purpose. With
exactly.
everything being holographic, if all we do is turn our own key, that alone ripples out into the entire web of the cosmos
Yeah,
in ways that are beyond our human comprehension.
exactly.
And this is the ultimate gift of being alive right now, is this ability to turn your own key, and in doing so helping Gaia, helping the whole Milky Way, helping everything to go tick 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 tick.
Exactly. And so I'm almost see, how the old school keys look like this, and then it's this that you turn. So it's,
Yeah.
so as you said that so how do you put a key in? It can only go in alignment. So you can't put the key in like this. It needs to go in like, where's a white? It needs to go in like this, or else it can't go in. If
Hmm.
it can't go, it goes in like this, and then you turn it. And as we do, all those clocks that you were just referring to, is not only opening up in this way, it's automatically open up in all dimensional directions like this and this. So it opens throughout the whole cosmos. And then the whole one cosmic body can just flow through ever so gracefully and graciously, because the distance from year to year can only be reached, like this. So as
Yeah.
each level and layer moves in and through, it simultaneously moves in, out, and through into our human expression and experience. Because I kept on seeing that as well. So here's our whole cosmic body. We breathe all of that in as the cosmic heart fields and light beings that we all breathe all of that in. And as we breathe it breathes out into the physical expression of on Gaia.
Yeah.
Yes. And as we do, we become not only the grounding thereof, but
Mhm.
also the expression thereof. And as each one of us do that in our, own way, time, moments of guidance of doing so, all those aspects of this very true
Oh.
earth expression come into being
Mm.
all over. And the next thing you see and experience, which some of us are already doing, is wow, it's all here
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Right here, it's the Milky Way. Right here.
Right here, right
Exactly.
everywhere.
But we're reflecting that out. It's here because we're reflecting it out. So that's why the key's turned here and it opens. So that opening out into the cosmos is literally opening out from here into this whole body here. And that is
Mm.
what's emanating out. Because I also kept hearing cosmic essence. So with
Mm.
our key, we are the essence, the key, the full essence of all expressions of our cosmos.
Yeah.
Our unique expression is not only the key, it's a liquid key. So what I'm hearing,
Yeah.
it's a liquid key. So we are the liquidity that chooks and then it all starts flowing out. In it,
And
it mm,
what I'm seeing as you speak like this, and obviously we're sticking with the key analogy and really seeing that as we turn that, it's like the whole door just disappears and this bombardment of light just goes
exactly.
out as it
Forward, back,
emanates
sideways, up, down,
everywhere.
everywhere. Like
Yeah.
standing in the center of the sun and
Yes.
simultaneously standing in the center of the moon and simultaneously standing in the center of Gaia, realizing all three is within her and emanating
Mm.
out through us, and therefore all three is in each one of us too. And what I'm seeing now is it's so beautiful. I'm seeing these three, the solar, lunar, and physical gateways, stargates, expressions at the bottom of Gaia, and each one of us in our roots. And as that shines up like that, it is going through our root, our sacral, our solar, and it moves into our heart. And it then
Mm-hmm.
that's what you just spoke about is through the heart. So it comes
Yeah.
up into the heart. So the solar, sacral, and root is drifting into the heart as that key is turned, and that emanation then in its pastel expression, that very prism,
Mm.
because it is the very crown and third eye and throat of our beings that is reflecting that down and up simultaneously, and therefore in the center it all.
It's so beautiful.
And although it's 12 original colors and sounds, it is also in each one of those colors and each one of those sound bands or widths, all possible variations of colors and sounds within each one of those. And what I'm hearing is that all the different epochs that we've moved through up until this moment into the center, all of those sounds and colors is here in this liquid essence. And therefore, when we now give expression to it, it's from a cosmic perspective through this physical body
Yeah.
in its purity and its sovereignty and its innocence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Mhm. Mhm. And then the ability to experience that spectrum of colors, sound, everything that you've been giving expression to, the ability to experience that in the physicality of the human body is what we're moving towards. And it's, yeah,
It's the new to step into. It's
yeah.
here to step into. We are grounding that here. It's here to step into. It's now to be experienced as a new, a new moment. No need to go back to any old epoch unless it's not
Mm.
integrated into our centers yet. Then you can just quickly just view it, but come back in the knowing that because you can listen to this conversation, hold the frequency and the vibrational resonance of it, therefore you're also ready to just into it as an
Mm.
embodied experience. So the new experience that we are stepping into is our true original crystalline expression as sovereign beings of light, and to experience ourselves as that in the physical. And
Mm.
while we are doing that, supporting all of creation, so all minerals, elements, plants, animals, and humanity, to know this for themselves too. And as we are doing that, the whole solar system is expanding, the whole galaxy is expanding, the whole universe is expanding, because of that. It's because of
Yeah,
that emanations that can occur.
it's big. It's big.
Mhm.
Yeah. And there's something else that's coming into my awareness now that you talked about earlier that feels like it also wants to be grounded into this space, and that is the idea of archetypes.
Yes.
And it feels connected to this work around the solar plexus and this architecture and these nodes coming back into synchronization and harmony.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's something about these archetypes and yeah, and the codes within with the codes within each of the major archetypes that we can access and experiment and create with while we're in this physical expression.
It's different what it used to be.
Yeah.
Different what it used to be. What I'm hearing now is many of the archetypes were based on planetary placements that was in a way used for looping to take place, and the architectures that was formed around that of different oracle cards, etc., etc. That cannot exist anymore because the crystalline expression of the original purpose of, creation and experience ourselves as cosmic sovereign beings of light is to step in the true archetypes. And the only ones that comes into being now, which now makes sense to me because I keep on hearing, we are stepping into the gnosis that we have walked through all ages, stages, and phases of development and evolution already, because
Yeah.
we've flowed in through all of those expressions in different, universes and galaxies and epochs. So all of that has already been experienced in different vibrational resonances and frequencies. But now that we're in physical form and there's no need for looping anymore because all of that has been cleared, is we can experience the original archetypes, which is currently mother, father, child.
Mm.
The knowing that we've been all expressions of motherhood as a plant, as an animal, as a human.
Yeah.
We've been all expressions and experiences of fatherhood in animal, in plant, in human. And we've been a child in all as well, plants, animals, and humans. And we've moved through all ages and stages and phases of developing through that as we evolved as a humanity. And
Mm.
therefore now we are on expression and an gnosis and the wisdom and the power of that. And the power is just the knowing that the very life-giving energy that flows through all of those stages and ages and phases is within us to experience.
Yeah. It
And,
almost feels
and we don't have to individually now in physical expression experience all of that. We are witness to all of that being experienced by others.
Yeah.
younger people, older people, newly
Mm.
married people, newly born souls, all of that. We can through our viewing of that, being a witness to that, we all can experience that. And that's what's possible now. Mm,
And only through the gnosis and remembrance of us all being one.
exactly. Because
Yeah,
of that, exactly.
exactly. It's
Oh,
beautiful. It's almost like we've been interacting with the various archetypes within each of those three sub-archetypes, almost in isolation.
exactly.
Uh, yeah, and now it's almost like imagine like what I see is like a stack of books. We've had like three separate like libraries, and within each library, we've been, interacting with books individually, not knowing that it's part of one big library. And now, instead of interacting with them in isolation, without seeing the bigger picture, it's now the availability is there for us to actually move above the books and actually be the library itself,
Exactly.
if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly that. So when
yeah.
when Sai and I spoke about the very cosmic codex, it was this image of standing in the center of all cells in the cosmos, and books are opening, and this living light codes that comes out is all the different archetypes, all the different lives in all the different epochs, in all the universes and galaxies and soul's expressions on Earth that has ever been experienced since the moment of conception and creation and expression. All of that is now the remembrance that we can see, know, feel, experience, and be witness to all of that simultaneously. We don't have to go into physical bodies to experience all of that because we've already done that. We are now the accumulation of the whole cosmos experience and expression. So
Wow. And the
not
ability.
only can you experience yourself in different ages, stages, and phases of being human, but also as plant and animal, mineral, and crystal that is present not only in, through, and as Gaia, but also in all different galaxies and universes. So when I want to bring in the codes of Sirius when I was there, or the very, one in Atlantis that was there, or when I was a small little child, or when I was just conceived, or when I was this old person and I had this hair, or this teeth, or this color of eye, or this expression in physical form, all of that, all of that wisdom is within us right now, in this moment, through the very crystalline DNA architecture of our beings. But our soul's expression in synthesis with self and source as a soul has now, through its trinitized expression, woven all of that and allowed for the DNA architecture just to unfold and show itself in the full knowing that I've been all of that. I don't have to search and wanting to become that. I've been already all of that. And therefore, I can now choose whatever I want to experience with this full gnosis and access and possibilities and potentials that is within everywhere. And more importantly, the sovereignty and the crystalline expression of that in its purest, most truest source connection, flow, and form that there is.
Sure, sure. It changes the entire way that we create.
Exactly.
The
We
entire
are
way.
creation. We are creation.
Yeah, yeah,
Creator, creatrix, creation. Experienced,
yeah.
expressed.
Mm.
Hmm.
Wow.
What it means to be a divine human
Yeah.
is to be humble enough to know that you are that, all of that. So when we see, in effect, a child running and laughing
Yeah.
and rolling in the joy of that, it's us having that experience because we are a witness to that.
Mm.
I just see all these children laughing and playing and having fun in their
Yeah.
crystalline expression, in their crystalline expression,
Yeah.
in their true earth architecture connected to their one cosmic body, in their one cosmic home, and as a grounded experience.
Yeah.
Whew. Through all seasons
Mm.
simultaneously. Wow.
Mm.
Phew. Hmm.
Mm.
So what I'm seeing now is all those codes of the codex and the codons and the crystalline DNA. It feels like all of them are coming into resonance, syncing
Mm.
and coming into resonance. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You know, it's
Yeah.
that, okay.
Yeah.
So it's safe to be, it's safe to breathe, it's
Yeah.
safe to know, it's safe to express.
Yeah. And it feels like that's happening in every individual body,
Yeah.
everyone's individual DNA, and
Mm.
then being reflected through Gaia and from Gaia back to us.
Mm.
Mm.
Ugh. And what I'm also seeing is what is really going to ground this is the remembrance that much until now this was viewed as the mental body,
Mm.
this was viewed as the emotional body, and this was viewed as the physical body. To remember that all of this is the mental body, all of this is the elemental body, all of this is the physical body, and all of it is the
Mm.
spiritual body, weaving and breathing all of that
Mm.
all of the time. It's not a place in space, it's everywhere simultaneously, one body. And all of that through Gaia, and all of that through the solar system, galaxies, and universes and cosmos as one body. So it
It's
almost
just one
feels like
thing.
that separation of those bodies is now shifted into a knowing, but it's all one.
Yeah. They're all just different frequencies, all interacting like a symphony,
Exactly.
like a beautiful cosmic symphony.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Being played through our entire bodies, our entire field, through our Gaia, the plants, the minerals, all just moving through.
Quickly grounding that, because what I'm seeing is that every cell in the body wants to know that for themselves. So if we take every cell of the body, every one of the 74 trillion cells in our bodies, throughout our
Mm.
whole body, each one of those 74 trillion cells, where previously a cell was viewed also then therefore as a mental body, an emotional body, and a physical body, the whole cell is remembering the whole cell is my mental body, my emotional body, my physical body, my spiritual body. And in the center of each one of the cells is that very crystalline expression and essence that is weaving that whole cellular structural architecture into the gnosis of its oneness and its
Um,
connectedness and interconnectedness with all other cells in our body. And then each one of us as a individual expression in human form, the remembrance that we are also all connected and interconnected, just like the cells within our body, also there for an expressions outside of ourselves, and all
mhm,
the same for minerals, elements, plants, and animals. Each one of these cells as well are remembering their oneness. So
mhm,
although animals and plants are viewed as not having the same intellectual gnosis, they've also moved through their whole cosmic evolution and have access to the very same cosmic expressions that they are, because we are also that,
mhm,
the remembrance of that, all as one. And therefore, when we look at a plant in its mental expression, the knowing that we are looking also simultaneously to a mineral and an element and an animal and a human from that perspective. So therefore, all the mental bodies of all of creation, all the emotional bodies of all of creation, and all the physical bodies of all of creation is all one spiritual expression, because that's what we are moving into. It's one spiritual expression experiencing themselves in their oneness in all of those. expressions.
Yeah, realizing we are all cells within the one cosmic body.
Yeah, exactly. All cells, we are all cells, we are all souls, and we are all connected to the same source.
Yeah.
Of the whole cosmos. Sure, just breathing all of that through. So what I'm seeing now is this whole cosmic expression, that whole living light field, the source of all love. All of that that I've seen just now that moved in like this, that has grounded through giving the expression to this, and now it's just emanating out throughout the whole cosmos. So it's just weaving itself back into the gnosis thereof, into the whole cosmos. I just saw that.
Wow.
Mm.
And as that's happening, you know how earlier you said it was like it wasn't moving, it was kind of trickling up. This movement is now strengthening.
Strengthening, and it's becoming coherent.
Yeah.
It's remembrance. Wow.
Harmonic.
Ooh, harmonic coherence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm actually feeling lightheaded right now. There's this
Yeah.
shift in pressure, and therefore I know that's happening with Gaia. North and South Pole is in their remembrance, also moving. Oh, it wanted to be expressed. So as we give an expression to this in physical body form, to remember the very same is being expressed and experienced in Gaia, and therefore we could experience and give expression to that. It is happening in her. That's what wants to be expressed. Her whole mental body, her whole emotional body, her whole physical body, and her whole spiritual body, weaving and breathing as one cosmic body. The source of all expressions on and through her body, as minerals, as elements, as plants, as animals, and as humans. Wow.
And as she stabilizes that, the ability for us to stabilize that within our individual expressions as well.
Exactly. Oh, and that's where the archetypes come in. Her body as a masculine expression, a feminine expression, a childlike expression, all simultaneously as one creation. Okay, that landed very deeply, as immediately I'm seeing the whole cosmos as one feminine body, the whole cosmos as one masculine expression, and the whole cosmos as one childlike expression that is moving through all universes, galaxies, and into the center of Gaia, while grounding that into the core and the crystalline essence of Gaia Sophia.
Yeah. Sure,
Ooh, did you feel that? Wow. It
a
feels like
lot.
the cosmos is now moving through us. Oh, wow. Oh,
Sure.
ooh. Grounding the archetypes, father, mother, child. Ooh.
Sure. Oh.
Oh, it's waves and waves and waves. Oh, and the scent of your heart. Scent of heart, scent of heart. Let it move through, breathe through. Whew.
Oh, so sure. Shukua taira era es no kutukua satatataira e ya tukunukua e turua satatataia kunukua sataira e.
Cosmic mother, cosmic father, cosmic child, creator, creatrix, creation, physical grounding the center of all bodies of being. That's actually what it means to be in the center of all bodies of being. So all mental, emotional, physical expressions, synthesis with this one source, light and life and light. Ooh. Symphony and the synthesis of the cosmic one body. Ooh, in the center of all centers, in the center of all cells, in the center of all bodies, in the center of all fields, in the center of all stargates. Ooh.
Mm.
In the
And in
center,
the center,
yes,
yeah, in the center of all the nodes within the Earth's architecture as well.
grounding that there. That's what needed to be expressed. Grounding in the center of all nodes so that it can be grounded in the center of each one of our 74 trillion cells. And that is coming into synthesis and synchronization. Whew. Self, soul, source, synthesis. One cosmic symphony.
In perfect harmonic alignment.
Ooh.
I... Oh.
And we need to become aware of all dimensional directions simultaneously from the center of all centers. Forward, backwards, sideways, upwards, downwards, and all possible dimensional directions.
Mm. This is why the beginning was so important with the reorientation.
Okay, wow. So stay in the center of Gaia as well, because we're going to all the nodes. Ooh.
Oh my God, my whole body.
And all the nodes are syncing up to the north and south pole. Ooh, through the equator as the central line. And all vertical and horizontal expressions and alignments are returning to their centered essence in their dimensional directions. So not these linear lines like this and this, but they're like this. Oh,
Almost like a compass coming back into its natural alignment.
and the lines are all
Yeah,
simultaneously like this and this.
yeah.
Ooh, that is moving through my whole body now, grounding in every single cell in every single node throughout from the center of Gaia. Ooh.
Oh, suturua e a kunukua satatataira e a surutua e tutukunukua e a ratai a sukukua. And Earth's energetic architecture is stabilizing this influx of frequency.
As all the bodies are aligning,
Yeah.
her physical expression and all of humanity as a whole.
Wow.
What I'm seeing is at the center of each human heart, they can now connect into the nodes and the centered place of their presence on the different nodes through Gaia, as the natural organic communication is starting to be restored to receive all the cosmic codes that's starting to move and circulate through the codex.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Exactly.
So what I felt just now, it felt like the cosmos was here. Now it feels like it's in perfect symmetry all around and up and down, which is impacting, and that's why all the planetary alignments were taking place, so that the crystalline essence of all the celestial bodies can also then start communicating with all the nodes of Gaia.
Yeah, because I think on the 28th of February, we had that alignment between, I think it was like 7 different planets, and it's almost like that needed to happen in order for this to ground.
Oof. You know, what I'm seeing is the 7 energy bodies and those 7 planetary bodies that through their alignment open us up into the 12 DNA strand architecture. Why that came in.
Yeah.
5. I don't know what that is. Whew. Okay, so I'm seeing that moving through the oceanic realms. There is also stabilizing,
Mm.
reorientating. Oof.
Sure. It's almost like, I just saw, there's like old school compasses that you can like turn and like it's like a ball that moves with the direction that you spin it.
I've seen
And
that
it
just
feels like,
after.
yeah, and it feels like Earth, we've been almost in isolation, not really knowing where we are in orientation to the rest of the cosmos. And this connection is being restored, this compass, so that we're actually being able to orientate ourselves in time, space within the cosmos.
Exactly. You know what, the pictures that came to me just now, and now when you express that, it just back again. You know, like in the center of the old compasses, but also when builders build, they use
The leveler
that leveler with the water there as well, that
bubble.
they use also. I'm seeing those two things simultaneously, and what my awareness is going to is in the center, there's this liquid essence.
Yeah.
That's where all the lines that of all the dimensional directions can line up. And that is for the first time centered and in coherence with the cosmic essence. So all those are lining up. So we are indeed these sovereign compasses and
Yeah,
and builders through our architecture. That's that thing. Yeah. So it's
exactly.
at water level. So the water level is you bring you back and you yeah. And it hence the most important remembrance is that we are not only the key,
The essence
we
as
are
well.
also the compass.
Mhm.
And that essence is that very liquid essence of our being that is allowing for that to occur. So when we
Sure.
keep on feeling that a little bit out of harmony or balance or alignment, is to go back to that scent and find that liquid essence where all those lines come together and know in that moment we are in our one cosmic body, and through all our bodies of being dimensional directionally connected to the whole cosmic codex of our own
Yeah.
expression and architecture of that.
And it feels like that's stabilizing, like almost like it's been moving quite a lot. So we will have moments where we're in that oneness and that realization, but then we're slanted left and then we're slanted right, and we've kind of been moving like this. And so Earth is coming into a more stability through everything that's happening now. And so this access of this knowing of this oneness of us being everything, us being the essence, the key, the light, the everything, we're
Mm,
able to actually not only access that, but hold it because it's leveling now, we're able to stabilize it.
exactly. And what I'm seeing is that liquid essence that's here in the center of our cosmic heart, our human heart, our planetary solar system, you know. What I'm seeing is that liquid essence that's here for us. We are the liquid essence on the planet, and therefore are bringing that harmony and balance through our presence. But simultaneously, I'm also seeing then therefore the liquid essence of Gaia, but she's the liquid essence for the solar system. And
Yes.
that's happening within her, and her stabilization that she's going through is enabling the whole solar system and therefore all galaxies and universes to also be in this alignment and harmonic coherence for the not only for the evolution, for the knowing ourselves as cosmic beings, but all expressions of creation to know that for themselves, wherever they are, you know, on the planetary body, because we're all connected to that same liquid essence in the core of her center, but also as a whole. So together,
Yeah.
all our liquid essences makes up almost this liquid essence of Gaia.
And again, that brings us back, I think, almost full circle to the importance of each of us turning the key, bringing it into alignment, making sure first that we have our key and not looking for somebody else's key. It is in alignment, we turn it. And in doing so, stabilizing our own essence within our own leveler and thereby contributing to the greater essence that is Gaia. And in Gaia, doing that, expanding it out into the cosmos.
And only through each one of us individually turning the key and remembering we are the very liquid essence and the sovereignty of that. Because when we go into the sovereignty of our liquid essence, all of that start happening automatically, organically, just pure because of our remembrance so fully. And that and as we do that, we are simultaneously in the center of each one of our cells. And that is the amplification that is allowing for all of us then together as coherent souls in our one cosmic home, is allowing for the stabilization of that one home within us and for Gaia and then for the solar system as one cosmic expression. So this whole liquid essence is her whole oceanic body, which is syncing up with all the water essences and expressions within our physical body. And both our physical water, but also the salty water that moves through our veins, through our blood vessels. So that is all starting to talk together and all connected to this liquid essence in the center of the keys that we now know we are the keys and our own key code holders. And as we open in expression of that, allows it to come into life, come into being, and syncing up with all other nodes, all other cells within our body and all other selves in physical expressions.
Yeah.
Oh, oh. Ooh, and there's waters. What I'm also seeing is there's waters on Gaia, then also is the key for all other waters in all other galaxies and universes. So it all starts with her. So this liquid essence in the core of her presence and herself as the liquid essence as the core of the presence. Out. Wow. Yeah. Can you also feel this stable? It's very much stable now, eh? You feel it?
Yeah, it's much more stable. And it feels less like earlier it felt like it was spinning a little bit. And now it's like now
In the
it's
center.
properly grounded.
Wow.
Yeah, it's properly grounded.
Hmm.
And it was important that these three, the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, everything that we did at the beginning of the session actually helped this now to ground.
Yeah. Oof.
Sure.
Hmm.
There's a lot of energy flowing, but it doesn't feel destabilizing at all. Yeah.
It almost feels like the original organic flow.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. Like a breeze on your
Yep.
skin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. And also I'm starting to sense into the joy of animals and plants in
Mm.
their remembrance of their crystalline essence. And what what I'm hearing is, yes, we are also each our own keys. Oh.
Can you feel that? It's
So
like
cute.
this childlike glee and joy and playfulness.
So we also a key, it's like, oh, we also important like the humans are. That's what I'm hearing. Yes. Yes, all animals and plants and crystals and minerals, all equal in our sovereignty and expression. Ew. Hmm. Mhm. Huh? Oh, yeah. So literally all vibrational frequencies that ever existed, it feels like came into this crystalline essence, our soul's source, self gnosis of the liquid essence of that, and the trinitized presence of that, and
Yeah.
direct source connection, because that becomes the source of all. Yeah.
Yeah, and it feels like the dissolving of isolation, whether it's with the frequencies, archetypes, doesn't matter. It's like this isolation is dissolving as we come back into this unity, this knowing that we are at all, everything is accessible to us. It's no longer just this isolation of experience. Yeah. Wow.
So grounding the Earth architecture
Yes.
through the one cosmic codex, because it feels like the codex was the coding which was needed for the architecture to be woven
Yeah.
through. And although it's a true Earth architecture, it feels like it's this whole cosmic architecture that's reflected through this true Earth architecture. And
It's
the
all.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's interesting. I've been seeing this vision a lot lately of like literally just this entire like web of architecture, like this like structure, and it's like the connection again of where Earth's architecture exists within the wider cosmic web, reconnecting, and this cosmic codex, almost like the flow of energy that then allowed the rebuilding and realignment of Earth's architecture in relation to the wider cosmic web architecture.
and the remembrance that we the whole cosmic web and
Yeah,
architecture simultaneously while
exactly.
we're having an individual experience. That remembrance
Exactly.
is the shift, the awareness of that being so. Yeah,
Exactly. And
yeah.
as this architecture comes back into alignment with the wider cosmic architecture, like clicking like this, like being able to exist in this architecture at this time, being tuned into the station, knowing that you are everything and everyone and all time, all space, everything.
And what I just heard is Gaia was the key. So
Mm.
as each one of us the key, Gaia's a key. So
Yeah,
so as we did what we did through our crystalline heart, same happened with her as the that
sure.
back into.
As you said that, it's almost like with Gaia being the key and that key clicking, this web of architecture that I see, which was like, let's say it only took up the space, it's like it expanded out, the light expanded out.
I
Phew.
immediately saw that where the key was turned through giving expression to that chooks and the so
Exactly.
into the solar system and through the galaxy. So it's almost like this Milky Way became then the key for all other galaxies. And none of that can be expanded into when the individual key is not
Mm.
remembered, experienced, and turned as a self-source sovereign being in direct connection and coherence with Gaia as the source of physical expression and the honoring of that, there's this deep honoring. And then that turns the key for her, which then turns it into the galaxy, which opens it up for all the whole cosmic body to be connected.
Feels like why the true Earth architecture was created in the first place was this for this specific reason.
To ensure the sovereignty of the cosmos
Exactly.
and human expression and experience as it was always originally intended. And therefore, the power structures that was put in place to prevent that has now crumbled because of the remembrance on the one side, but also for the readiness for the rest of the architecture to actually move into the original expression thereof. So all of that's just happening has happened simultaneously.
Mm.
It's just the one flowing and the other one's opening into
Yeah.
to ensure the
And
sovereignty.
know, yeah, and knowing that it's all perfect. It was all perfect always.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
If it wasn't that way, we couldn't experience ourselves as thinking we are separate, and therefore couldn't have the experience of being a separate galactic experience here, or all these different ages and stages and phases.
Yeah.
And when there was this moment of not really, really seeing or getting or seeing the connectedness of it all in that one moment, needed to go through that perceived experience to get into the full remembrance to restore the sovereignty of all of that, to ensure the sovereignty eventually of all, so that we
Exactly.
can now experience ourselves as the sovereign cosmic beings that we are
Exactly.
in all dimensional directions. Ugh.
Sure.
Mhm.
Wow, that was a lot. Sure.
So let's move into a grounding of all of that as we ever so gracefully and gently move to the center of our hearts. And as we do, see yourself simultaneously standing in the center of each one of your 74 trillion cells. As you become aware of the orientation of yourself, standing in the center of each one of your 74 trillion cells, and simultaneously in the center of Gaia, in the center of the solar system, in the center of all celestial bodies, in the center of the Milky Way, in the center of all galaxies, and the center of all universes simultaneously as one cosmic body. And as our awareness is in our full and whole expanded expression of the gnosis of ourself as one cosmic being of light and life and love, in that most expanded place, move our awareness gently back into the center of our hearts and the center of each one of our cells, our cosmic essence, knowing ourselves as self, soul, source, synthesized as one, the very cosmic codex of our being, all mental, emotional, physical, spiritual bodies of each one of our cells as one, the interconnectedness as one, weaving and breathing. And as we move to the center of each one of our cells, let's move our awareness to our musculoskeletal system, our very bones, muscles, and tendons, the center of each one of those cells as one musculoskeletal system, weaving and breathing through that. As we move our awareness to our nervous system, our brains, our spinal cord, and all of our nerves and nodes as one nervous system, weaving and breathing as one, and into our cardiovascular system, our heart, our blood vessels and veins and all blood, weaving and breathing as one, our respiratory system, our lungs, our trachea, our nasal, weaving and breathing as one, our digestive system, our mouth, our stomach, our intestines, our liver, as one digestive system, our endocrine, all our glands, pineal, pituitary, and all other glands, as one, our lymphatic immune system, our spleen, our white blood cells, all our lymphatic nodes, as one, our urinary, our kidneys and bladder, as one system, our reproductive system, ovaries, testes, and all other organs as one body, grounding all that has moved through us in the center of each one of these systems, that is weaving and breathing our very architecture into being for our direct connection to the one planetary body, Gaia, Sophia, and the cosmic original codes of all of our waters and air and fire and material, through which our sovereign magnetism of our self-source soul synthesis, magnetizing all of her expression towards our bodies, for us as the cosmic beings of light that we are, to have a human experience through the very crystalline architecture of our beings and the true earth architecture of Gaia Sophia, weaving and breathing through our crystalline hearts, through her, his crystalline heart, and through the crystalline heart of the cosmos as one cosmic codex, as one crystalline architecture, as one physical experience and expression that we can have to remember ourselves not only as the cosmic beings of light that we are, but the sovereignty, the purity, the integrity, the innocence, the beauty, the perfection, the joy, and the love of all of that, weaving and breathing through us with every single breath that we take, in every single now moment. And as we breathe, our whole cosmic breath breathes the whole cosmos through us, through our crystalline architecture, through all the systems of our bodies, emanating out through our bodies, through our skin, our hairs, and our nails, into our homes, into our communities, into the continents, and into and throughout our whole earthly experience and expression. And as we continue to breathe in coherence with Gaia Sophia through the very crystalline heart of each one of our cells in the center of our crystal heart, weaving and breathing as one, grounding all that is moved through us, through Gaia, through all of our cells, emanating that out into all of the solar system, all celestial bodies, throughout the whole Milky Way galaxy and all other galaxies and universes, into and through our one cosmic body, as a remembrance, as a gnosis, to know ourselves, to experience ourselves as joy and as the crystalline expressions that we are. And as we start moving our hands, our shoulders, our hips, our heads, our feet, our faces, our spines, allowing all of that just to settle into our and through our bodies. As we gently open our eyes. And from this moment forward, allow ourselves as we move everything that we touch, to see the whole cosmos moving through and touching all of that, speaking to each other so coherently and joyously, in the knowing that, yeah, all that has moved through us are grounded. I think we're going to sleep a while now.
Yeah, that was big. You know, my rituals after these calls.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how are you now in this moment?
Okay.
How are you in this moment? What are you experiencing, feeling?
I feel stiff, like I feel like my body needs to like move and there's like energy that needs to move through, but I feel really stable and I feel really calm.
Yeah,
I do feel tired.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, it was a lot. It was a lot that moved through our bodies. It was incredibly special. Thank you.
Thank you. And what I'm seeing is, just as a reminder, to stay in this liquid essence as we see that water level and that um um what do you call that again? That shows all the dimensional directions.
That compass, that like
Compass.
all,
So that liquid essence of the compass and the water level, to just keep that at heart, to know,
yeah.
as we move, just to notice how all of that is also stabilizing, and our awareness on Gaia as all of that is moving through her too. And we are,
Yeah.
feels like this dance, dancing
Oh
together.
my God, I was just gonna say, I feel like I need to like dance, like this
Yeah.
fluid, you know?
So we're going to do that as we end this call. And yeah, so thank you, everyone, for being with us until this moment, and allowing us to share all that has moved through us in coherence with all of you that was watching, because it feels like there was this bigger presence of
Yeah.
beings simultaneously throughout the whole cosmos that was with us. And as each one of them start to view this in physical expression, um, thank you for being here, and sending you so much love until the next new moment. From your side, perhaps the last few words.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was extraordinary. I feel like we're at this incredible moment with so much potential, so much love, so much joy to experience, to create, and yeah,
Yeah.
just be your own key. That
Yeah.
would be my only advice.
Be your key, turn the key, experience the whole cosmos within your being, and yeah,
Let your light shine.
exactly. And let the love flow.
Thank you so much.
Bye.